Hey everybody, it's Chris,
And it's your boy Paul.
and we're here playing Flipping Death.
Oh yeah, so I started playing this game yesterday actually. So Flipping Death, for those who don't know, is a really cool side-scrolling sort of adventure game, and it comes out today for the Switch, PC, Xbox One, and PS4. It's also on Mac too. And it came out today. It's a really, really cool game with a really cool art style. I wanted to show it off today here. So basically, the premise is you're this girl who just got fired from her job, and she's pretty bummed about it. We're gonna skip the cutscenes just because like they're pretty long. But look at this art style. It's like really, really cool.
It's very Telltale.
For sure.
Yeah.
But like everything has this like really flat, like cardboard cutout style to it.
Yeah.
And it plays a big part in the gameplay itself. So what's going to happen here, I've already seen all of this stuff, but we'll just sort of briefly go through it because you can thankfully skip it. She finds a little, actually this part has a little bit of gameplay, so I'll let it rock for a second.
Ooh.
1 second. Okay, so this part now, so you'll see this is pretty much the core gameplay is just side-scrolling, hopping around. The characters move kind of weird. They have really weird proportions. Don't have the best posture in the world, but you know.
What are you, afraid of ghosts?
So yeah, so you're basically exploring this spooky town. It's really foggy, and you find this graveyard. Whoa.
It's very Night of the Woodsy in terms of like, I'm just imagining it's like a town full of a lot of hills.
Yeah, and the writing's actually surprisingly pretty funny. Like there are things that they sort of plant the seed for that they pay off with really good punchlines later on down the road. So yeah, she falls to the floor and then boom,
Rip.
indeed. So now you explore the world as a ghost. There's some pretty lengthy load times, but in between these load times, there's a narrator who sort of tells you what's been going on. So, as I was just saying, you were fired, and now you explore the world as a ghost. Yeah, it kind of does look like Psychonauts, actually.
Yep, Telltale-y as hell, although I guess not whatever. Psychonazi.
Yeah.
Psychonautserific.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions and or comments for us, just drop them in the chat. We got our eyes on chat, so talk to us.
Or if you just want to talk to us about anything.
Yeah, we literally will talk about anything. As anyone who watched yesterday's stream can attest to, we'll talk about whatever.
Luckily for Penny, this didn't kill her. Unluckily for Penny, sneaking into the creepy old mausoleum.
So yeah, it takes a while. Pretty lengthy load times, and I'm gonna skip the upcoming cutscenes because they're pretty long. But the opening parts of the game are basically like your standard tutorial. Here's how to jump. Here's how to do this. There are some pretty cool mechanics that I just started dabbling with. Like you eventually get a scythe that you can throw, and then teleport to. Yeah,
I mean they're the same thing.
Yeah, also, by the way, a moment of silence for our boy Luigi.
Luigi's dead now.
Luigi dead, bruh.
Luigi is now dead in the Smash Brothers canon. He's a ghost.
So foul.
I assume it's going to be some kind of Casper the Friendly Ghost situation, like
Ghost
the movie.
Luigi?
No, they're going to have that machine where they turn him into a human.
I saw that in theaters as a child.
Ooh, I like this guy.
Yeah, so this art style is really cool. So yeah, she's basically has to grasp with the fact that she's now dead. I'm going to skip through this, but you'll see here now you have to just sort of roam around. The game does a good job of showing you how to get from A to B. Now you can do like front flips and stuff. It's pretty cool.
It's cool.
You're way more mobile as a ghost. Controls are a little weird sometimes, but it never sort of gets in the way. Like I do that a lot occasionally, just like double jump.
Yeah, now that you're actually jumping around, there's a lot of like.
Sorry, not dead. Also, not in denial.
Newbie, don't forget to book the spot early
Ooh.
if you want a place. It fills up with ghosts.
Yeah, thank you everybody for paying your respects. We appreciate that.
Press F to
Press
respect
F.
Luigi.
Respectfully mourn our boy Luigi. So we're kind of going through the level here, and what's cool now is that you'll see like some platforms up here on the left that like you kind of can't get to now, but in a little bit you'll get the opportunity. I was trying for like way too long trying to like finesse it, but it's just no way to do it. So here you find death.
Oh, cool. Good death.
Yeah, and so this part right here is kind of funny. I'm gonna skip right through it, but I want to save the good bits if you decide to play it. There's some pretty fun jokes in there. But he mistakes you for his replacement, and he's like, "Oh, okay, cool. Now I can finally like basically move on and move to another part of the world and just retire. So now you're basically death.
He's got severance
Right.
from severing.
Ooh, bars.
That's awful.
So yes,
I like her new getup.
yeah, right,
See, when we talk about a Goth GF, we're talking about this.
right, exactly. Equipped with the scythe and everything. And these little things that are floating up here, if you collect them, they're basically currency to possess bodies
Yeah.
in the real world. So the art style definitely has a purpose, and you'll see it in a second. So if you aim with the right thumbstick and then you throw your scythe with the right trigger, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it was terrible.
You can then teleport to your scythe,
Oh, cool.
and then you can just sort of jump wherever you want to jump. And
This
if you,
is identical to Soul Reaver in many ways.
oh wow, Soul Reaver, yeah.
I'm just joking. It's not identical to Soul
I
Reaver.
remember Soul Reaver though. That's a
Soul
throwback.
Reaver's great. Yeah.
What happened to Soul Reaver?
I mean, they made a bunch of them.
Right.
Oh, was it Amy Henning wrote that?
Oh really?
Yeah, I think so. I believe so. I could be wrong. Could be wrong on the
trust
internet.
you.
Please don't be mad at me if you are.
Soul Reaver stands out there.
I just remember they did a really good job with the like transitions between the normal and regular world. Like they had a really cool morph effect that was really interesting.
Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it, it is kind of like Soul Reaver. So you can throw your scythe, but if you kind of mess up the placement of it, you can just bring it back by using the left trigger.
I think it's only like Soul Reaver in the sense that your main character like falls to the ground into an underworld and then dies, but then is made a new avatar of death. So I guess in many ways it's a lot like Soul Reaver.
It's a lot like Soul Reaver. Yeah.
All right, so you're trading these things in.
Here is somebody on the other side here, literally on the other side, which I think is a really cool play on the metaphor. And if you hold the X button, you possess him. And boom, look at that.
Oh, that's really cool.
Isn't that kind of cool?
That's very cool.
So now you're sort of getting used to possessing a regular ass human.
Yeah, that's a really cool mechanic.
And the world is so weird. It feels like it's made in like using tape and cardboard.
It
and-
looks like the Beetlejuice animated series,
Yeah.
which, if anyone
yeah.
remembers that.
So if you hold the L button here, you can read their minds, and with the from what I've played so far, it seems like that gives you a good idea of what their abilities are and how they can interact with the world. So basically, yeah, exactly. The name of the game makes sense now.
Yes, they flip death.
Exactly.
It's
And-
Paper Mario, except you're the Reaper.
Right. And what's cool is that like this is basically like a pretty standard adventure game. So there's a puzzle that you have to solve, and you have to sort of determine which human is the best option for figuring it out. So now I'm controlling this dude, and I can move his hand using the right thumbstick, similar to the way I aim my scythe, and then I can move him around like this.
What was the game we played about the guy who died? And it's also kind of a European adventure game vibe, but it was more like abstract comedy about like his body's dead, but he's like, I'm sorry, I'm spacing out.
Yeah,
We
I don't
play
know,
so
I
many
remember- yeah,
games.
there's a lot of games.
That one was funny. Some of the
about
jokes
that
were hit or miss, but it was a cool concept.
Some things I'm curious about. Like I've only played like about an hour and a half of this game so far, but there are things that are closed off that you can't get to quite just yet. But so here's like a dentist office, and that'll play. Maybe we'll get to it by the time we end this stream. But there's a reason to go into the dentist office that we'll see in a bit. But didn't want to give away too much for this game. But so now that you're this dude, right? You are. So you can. I'm basically just like walking around, seeing what I can do. Like, and you can basically. What's cool too is you can like mess with people. So like
Yeah.
this cop right here, I can like give him ice cream if he wants. And sometimes like people will not like it. I see. Like now he's just following me, and now he's mad. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then if you press X and go back to the underworld, I guess the story progresses.
Shout us out in the comments if you remember the movie Monkey Bone, because this is reminding me of the movie Monkey Bone.
Is that Brendan Fraser?
It was Brendan Fraser.
Sheesh.
And the guy who, same. And the guy who did James and the Giant Peach and, what do you call it? Nightmare Before Christmas, the director, not Tim Burton, because he didn't actually direct it.
Right. So yeah, you'll see she just she asked you to catch her killer. So now you're tasked with helping these souls find peace and rest in peace, like our boy Ouija. Hopefully somebody can avenge his killer. So what's cool now is you're gonna go this way. The game. Oh, I think you can also bring up a map if you press A, or I think it's gonna give me the ability now.
That's how come nobody can escape
Let me.
death.
I can't
There's a
skip this
magic
quite just
map on
yet.
his scythe. It all makes sense.
So yeah, it's a pretty fun game from what I played so far. So if you press A now, it brings up this this handy map that you can just sort of teleport back and forth with. But we're not gonna do that just yet. Oh, we actually did actually.
There's like a very specific era of game aesthetics.
Yeah.
And I think that like Telltale's obviously a lodestone for that. But ooh,
Yeah, so her mansion is across the lake, and boom, you found a boat.
nice.
But you can't just possess the boat. You need to figure out how to not only get the boat ready for departure, but you have to find someone to steer it. So now the game says find a blue paint can. So what you're going to do now is, obviously there's not going to be any blue paint cans here. The good thing is too, if you press the plus button, I guess pause, it'll show you your objectives on the top left, and then additional challenges on the bottom right.
Spooky menu.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, so there's this era of, I don't know, game aesthetics like circa the 90s, and I'm mainly thinking about Earthworm Jim,
Right.
but also the other stuff Doug Tim Maple did. And it's a bummer he turned out to be a homophobe, because I really enjoyed a lot of his games.
Damn.
Yeah, well, sometimes that shit happens.
Yeah.
But I really did enjoy that era of aesthetics.
Right.
Like Neverhood's beautifully clay-mationed game that
Yeah.
other people other than him worked on. And yeah, no, this sort of funky 90s vibe.
Yeah, and like
Late
these
90s to early 2000s.
really cool animations, like really gross looking things and characters. It was cool. It was definitely like a relic of the era that you're kind of seeing make a comeback in some ways.
This is actually, now that you're actually playing it in front of me, it's more impressive graphically, because I'm sort of seeing how the mechanic is flipping.
Yeah.
I don't know how playing this on the go would be, but
Yeah, that's true. I'm curious as to how it feels
Probably
in handheld
good.
mode. It probably
Yeah.
feels fine.
it's nice that there are things that aren't just like puzzle games, mobile,
Right.
and like they're varying up the Switch catalog.
Yeah, and it's funny because we were playing Dead Cells yesterday, and people were in the chat were telling us about the frame rate issues that
Yep.
we weren't noticing because we were playing on PC.
Because we were playing on PC,
Right.
the preferred way, the
Real
real
gamers.
way.
Only 90s gamers.
Don't even talk to me unless you have a GTX 1080 Ti.
or go home.
Go home.
So
Threadripper.
So it looks like here, Pokeman, that is a real thing. He is this like the neighborhood wannabe superhero, and
Yeah.
literally all he does is just he just pokes things. See here, like so I push that lever, and boom, I got some paint.
The paint can is basically a chain chomp in your dimension.
Exactly. And if you were paying attention earlier, although I know some of you probably weren't because you're distracted by our dumb conversation, now you'll see that this paint can is going to chase me. So you could either... I tried to fight it when I first played it, but since I know what to do, I'm going to like sort of tease it a bit. But it'll just sort of kind of destroy you. So you have to sort of run away from it like you do in some games. And eventually, if you were paying attention, this little hand here is going to help you out. Boom.
Big ol' hand.
That ghosty hand just moved it to the other side. Neat.
So there's this like I really do appreciate like alternate cosmologies.
Right.
I appreciate any kind of like afterlife that's sort of more bizarre and less strict with its theology, and one where it's just the afterlife is weird and confusing. Like Dragon Ball's kind of mishmash of different versions of traditional religions is always really funny for me to parse out. Where it's like, okay, if you die, you have a physical form, but you don't actually. But it's not. But then you aren't. Just like
Right.
trying to parse out the rules for an invented religion or an invented universe,
Yeah.
and how they deal with death is always really funny.
For sure.
And you can have a lot of fun with comedy.
Yeah, for sure. And so now what you're seeing is, so I brought the paint can back into the real world, and I just need to find a way to open it. And yeah, it took me a while to figure this out, but if you possess this dentist right here, you'll find that you have a little tool that'll come in handy. And it's kind of funny too, because when you're playing as them, they freak out and they have these really funny lines, and you read their minds, of course.
Counselor, being a dentist was such a great idea. It's not like I wrote "I hate bad breath" and gross open mouths on my application and underlined it 5 times.
I, the crazy dentist, resolved to be calmer. I will no longer engage the rage.
Quiet, unwanted inner voice. The rage has already been engaged.
Honestly, this seems like it's outside of her job description.
Yeah.
I think she might be abusing her role as the living embodiment of death.
Right. So yeah, that's basically what this game is. You just gotta sort of just mess with the real world as much as possible. No fall damage. Look at that. So yeah, what's cool too, I found this out yesterday. I don't know what it does quite just yet, but you can go into different buildings too.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. I really enjoy that depiction of angels.
Yeah.
Because angels are always cool, and those...
They're so sad.
They look like the angels from Afterlife, the LucasArts game Afterlife. Or they look like Muppets. I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you can go up the stairs here, and what's cool is you can do this.
Cool.
See, and now I got one of my challenges. So for whom the bell tolls. So if you tinker around with the world, it actually will pay off. And you can
Would
get
you
some
be able to
challenges.
do like somebody else, or do you think it's explicitly a dentist thing?
No, that could be anybody.
Cool.
So
Okay.
Yesterday I did it with the dude that was enjoying his ice cream.
Okay, so you just rang the bell with an ice cream.
Kids got a very sharp drill in my hand.
Yeah, you see, so like they'll also drop hints like that. Like I got a sharp drill, and you have to open a can, and then boom, look at that. So if you're paying attention to all of the clues that are laid out in the world, you'll be able to sort of figure these puzzles out. And the good thing is if you go into the pause menu, it gives you hints. So if you get stuck on a particular objective, like I don't know if we can't go back up because we figured them all out, but they're very they're pretty explicit hints, like pay attention to this thing or whatever.
My general attitude towards adventure games and hints is I don't care. Just do whatever you want, man. Like, like if you can't figure crap out, do it.
Yeah.
I know there are some purists out there, but it's 2018, man. Nobody you can't reasonably expect somebody to play King's Quest 6 and
Right.
and have the time and patience to do a CIA profile of Roberta Williams or Jane Jensen or Ron Gilbert.
Right.
Oh, Ron Gilbert was reasonable.
So now you'll see that so if we go back to the captain over here on the ship, he's gonna give us another objective. So in order to get the actual ship to be sea ready, we have to do something.
Berg says the last stream was so good I came back.
Nice.
Thank you.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you for
We choose anything.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us once more.
We're here all week,
Except Thursday.
except Thursday.
In the weekend. But mainly
So most of the
1
week.
1 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
Except Thursday.
Except Thursday.
And but hey, we might get somebody remote to fill out the Thursday stream. And
Heck yeah. Stay tuned.
And when Heather is back, we got a bunch of people sort of just taking some time off. But when Heather's back, we may have sort of fill out the night and weekend streams that we were doing before.
Heck yeah.
Heather was like a fucking G.
Yeah.
They're just completely good at maintaining the streams, and so we're sort of making it more of a company-wide thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
So now we have to paint the ship. And if you noticed earlier, I'm just gonna revisit the real world with this dude because he's my favorite so far, Pokeman. Just a delusional dude he does have a superpower though. That's pretty cool.
They live in the Terrence and Phillip. This is in Canada, in the South Park universe.
Yeah, for sure. They
They
have
have
all
the
their
flappy
mouths.
heads.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this one to chat, see if they can figure it out. So yeah, so we have this blue paint here, right? And we need something to paint the boat with, and the boat's over here.
I mean, I think I figured it
You
out.
figured it out, right? It's pretty straightforward.
I think I figured it
So
out.
I think this whole area is just one big tutorial to learn how to play the game, which I think is kind of cool. It's like the Mario 1-1-1. So yeah, so here's the boat.
I'm imagining there's that thing in what was it the thing where in Japan where it was a schoolyard prank where you'd put your fingers together and like surprise someone by poking them in the butt
Oh,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
I think in Korean it's called dongchim.
Dongchim?
My girlfriend, she jokes about that all the time. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, we all have our, in retrospect, kind of screwed up ways of of screwing with kids when we're like teens.
Yeah.
It's a universal quantity in culture.
For sure. So now I need to find homie with the. Oh, there he is on the left with the ice cream. Because if you didn't figure it out, if you weren't paying attention, it's this dude.
I have a theory.
I
we
just
should check
accidentally-
the bridegroom's
Handy Andy says Heather rules and knows so much about so many games.
Heck
It truly
yeah.
blows my mind. It's true. Heather puts
true.
the time in with so many games. Heather's the gameplayest
Yeah.
person I know. Like
sure.
in terms of like sheer number of games.
Yeah.
Always dipping into a new indie game.
Yep.
She's always doing that.
Weekly indie. So yeah, now you got the.
Hate-flavored ice cream is a mistake I'd only like to make
I
once.
think this is the way to do it.
It's
Now
got
I'm
French
actually-
fries for hair. It's like a Burger King Kids Club guy.
I saw a McDonald's bag in the trash yesterday here at the office, and I was like, damn, I kind of want some McDonald's.
I haven't had it since senior year of high school, or maybe junior, whatever. I made a vow to never have McDonald's again,
Yeah, that's
just to
pretty
see
good.
it, like not to be a dick, just to be like, oh no, I see it. Want to see if I can do that, and turns out it's kind of
out you can
easy.
do it, yeah.
it's not that hard. It's not that hard a thing to do.
Oh, so I think I messed this up. So it's not this dude.
Oh, I thought it was the poke guy.
No,
I thought you were
forgot
supposed
who
to rub it
was.
against with the poke thing.
It's somebody. It's definitely someone. Maybe Chat can help us out. So that's listen. Oh, this lollipop dude right here. So if you look at the grave, it was a lollipop.
Someone said, "How long is that?" I'm in my 30s, so a while.
Minute. It's been a minute. That's all you need to know.
It's been 2 years. It's been exactly 2 years since my high school. I'm very young.
He's really young.
I'm in FaZe Clan.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, this is gross.
Oh, he's using his tongue. That's what it was.
I'm a trending young gamer.
It's a trending gamer. So yeah,
You would get splinters on, or like
Oh, yeah.
sepsis or something.
There it is. Look, it's happening. Making it happen. Boom. So this is as far as I got yesterday. So now from here on out, it's actually going to be a real challenge for us
Yeah.
to figure this out.
I think we got time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Worst case scenario, it's a shorter stream, but
Sea Dog happy today.
Oh, it was my pleasure.
But let an old ghostly Sea Dog give you a word of advice, eh?
yar.
I'd wager my last jib
My
sheet
last jib
that it's
sheet.
the husband
What's a
that
jib
killed me
sheet?
the other day. And if I were you,
That just some sort of currency? What is that?
That's what Eminem writes all his lyrics on. Like an 8 Mile when he's on the bus.
Ah, secret mistress. I love you, secret mistress.
I'll leave you two alone.
He's gonna have sex
That's
with the boat.
creepy, dude.
Hey, take my boat.
Okay, so can I just like possess it from the?
Husband's house up
Oh, that's
the
cool.
forest.
Wait, that's not cool actually.
Something fishy
It's not
is
cool.
going on there.
What is going on right now?
Oh, okay, it's a part of a boat. It's not fun.
Yeah, what happened to the boat? I guess it
The
just
jib
unlocks.
sheet, it attaches the clue of the jib and controls it.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so what we got here?
It's also how
Like
pirates
that.
cheat on
His
tests.
mansion is supposedly up in the forest.
Up in the
Come
forest.
on,
Up in
I'm
the
very
forest.
cold.
Okay, here we go. Find a mansion in the forest. What's this thing? I still don't know what this is. Oh, I did something to it. Try throwing this and flying the monster to warp to it. What?
Warp it. Warp it. Warp it. Hell yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can fly with the. Wait, how am I?
I think you go to the right and around.
I can't control it though.
Oh, maybe you have to like, maybe it's like one directional. Maybe like there's like,
Oh, so I got like shoot aim up like this.
yeah.
Oh, no, I think I just jumped. Oh,
Oh yeah, okay.
let's do this again.
Yeah, it's on a track. So I
There
was
we
I
go.
was worried that you had to like aim it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's also this other currency that you can use to, I guess, possess other people that are harder to possess. I haven't gotten that far yet, but there are definitely 3 different currencies.
What's this bear's deal?
My whole life. Oh, he died? That's sad.
Built a house right on top of my favorite spot. This is the opposite of justice.
Injustice.
I'll never rest until this house is moved out of this forest.
Oh,
So
damn.
what you're saying is this situation
God damn it.
is unbearable.
Heard them all before, lady.
I was gonna make that pun, but I also don't endorse it.
Okay, here we go. I'm getting these cool little Can I get him with my scythe? Hold on, let's try.
Feel free to talk to us in the chat. We're monitoring that.
Oh yeah, word. Talk to us.
Yeah, talk to us. We're
Let me get
lonely.
this. Talk to us, man. I need some friends, dog.
We need some friends. Tell us what you like. Talk to us about other games you like that are like adventure games or weirdo games.
Talk to us about Earthworm Jim. Okay, I'm trying to get this one. Yeah. All right, so this is a lumberjack dude. What happens if I do this? Where does this take me? Oh, that was the way to get it. Okay, well, whatever. Took the scenic route. All right, so let's possess this dude. Boom.
Them down. That's right. This is actually really dangerous.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this dude. But also, I'm supposed to try to find the mansion. So maybe that's what he's here for. Can I chop down some trees? Let's do it. Let's do it. Chop it. Chop it. Chop it. I guess not. Okay, so that's not working. It also doesn't help if you say chop it. It's not like the 3DS doesn't have a microphone.
Chop it. Slap it.
Oh my god.
Bump it.
Twist it.
Twist it.
I didn't want to be in that location anyway.
Okay, this is
God, this reminds me. The art style is reminding me of something. I don't know what it is. It's clawing at me.
Yeah, wait, chat. What does this remind you of? Because I also feel like the same thing. I feel like it feels like something similar, like familiar. Okay. Oh,
I mean, yeah,
Beetlejuice got a gun.
Beetlejuice animated series definitely. Especially the 3D guy, the sort of Max Headroomy guy that was on the TV.
Yeah. Also, kind of feels like All Real Monsters.
All Real Monsters is a good point of reference.
Yeah.
One of the better Class B Koopa related Nicktoons.
Yeah.
Remember Nicktoons?
Only
Hey!
90s gamers.
Remember this? Only gamers remember this.
Oh, what's this?
Class B Koopa ruled, but it sucks that they get like washed out in nostalgia think pieces.
Oh yeah, this kind of looks like Don't Starve.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely got that Tim Burton,
Yeah.
Steez,
Burton adjacent.
Burton adjacent. That's
Early
what I'm
'90s,
looking
early '90s Burton adjacent. So Death Becomes Her.
for. Yeah.
What else? No, not really like Death Becomes Her, but that category. Adam's Family Values.
Yeah. Oh man.
Original
here we go.
people go straight to Adam's Family Values, and while it's a better movie, don't sleep on original Adam's Family.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm supposed to do now. This is a big ass tree.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to do it. Do you have a command you can do?
R, but it's not working.
Huh.
Let me read his mind. How about that?
Man, this hex makes me look pretty cool. Not that a guy like me cares about fashion, though. But still, dang! Looking good, me!
There's nothing wrong with caring about how you look.
That's true.
It's true. This is like one of those guys who like
Thank you!
isn't actually a lumberjack. He's like a guy who gets dressed by Reddit, who has like epic bacon soap,
Yeah.
and things are freaking awesome.
He's got a lot of pomade and beard products.
Pretty sure he has a fade.
Yeah. Just roasting this guy on live on stream.
Yeah, man. He's a subscriber to our Goodyear Welt. Loves
Likes to get Clarks.
Clarks are entry level.
That's entry. Oh, so he's beyond. He's past
he
that.
originally got a pair of Clarks with the beehive beeswax soles, and then he had them resold, and then he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get a bunch of gonna get some real." He's eventually gonna work his way up to Alden's.
Nice.
Shout us out in the comments if you like a Goodyear welted boot.
Yo, for real. Shout us out in the comments. Oh, look, here we go. So this is a clear indication that I'm supposed to be going this way. Although this guy's back here again.
Aw, he's sleeping.
Let's talk to
That
this
old
person.
house has some secrets to
Mmm.
tell. Tim, so we can hear what it's hiding.
Wake it up.
Wake it up, Tim.
Wake up.
Can you like go in the? Oh, you have to possess.
Oh, so I definitely have to now I have to chop it.
Yeah, chop the house.
Is it like, can I actually do it now? Is that it? Oh yeah, now I can do it. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this game either yet. I've only played it for a little bit, but it definitely has its charm.
Can't a lady take a rest for a few decades? Oh, great. Now everyone can see my basement hanging out.
Lewd.
Just perfect.
I was actually just looking at the intro this morning for Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Filmed in Canada.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. When you
It
know
has
that.
a Canadian vibe.
Oh
to it.
yeah, no. Once you realize that Are You Afraid of the Dark is filmed in Canada, you're like, oh, this is like Degrassi.
Yeah, yeah.
Like everything is just like
alternate.
But it's also it's got that Kids in the Hall vibe of like, oh, all of the oh yeah, all of the warehouses look like they have the same like empty industrial warehouse vibe whenever they need to like fill a space.
Right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, but that intro for Are You Afraid of the Dark is really frightening if you ever watch it. YouTube it now. It's really scary. Come back, though. Okay, so I woke up the sleeping mansion. Let me go talk to the bear.
Sipping on tea right now.
Hit that tea.
Got a favorite tea from my local bodega.
What's
Or
the
from
tea?
the Japanese
Oh, yeah,
market.
yeah.
Iemon cha.
Oh.
You can actually get that tea in Yakuza.
Oh, that's so cool. Like the Bakari sweat.
Yeah. Iemon cha is really good.
I like Tim put me on, so I think it's like Keating brand. Like they make everything, not just beer.
Yeah.
I think it's like an oolong iced tea.
Kirin's oolong is really good. Yeah.
Real good.
I think you can get it in like a half liter.
That's cool.
Like a little half pint, like a little fat buddy, but it's.
You ever have like a Boss coffee?
Yeah, I gave up coffee a year ago.
Ah.
I give up a lot of things. No, I gave up coffee a year ago because it like
Fucks you up.
Yeah, it's fucked with my stomach, and I just like also felt like I was gonna die.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, I'll just switch to tea.
Yeah,
And
Boss coffee. Like if you
It's
need a
rocket
shot,
fuel.
yeah, if you need like an
rocket
adrenaline
fuel.
shot to the neck, that's what that is. Okay. Oh, let me talk to the bear now. What's good, dog?
Finally, the house is moved.
Oh, that's
I
nice.
can rest. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm almost.
Unbearably happy.
Well, I was going to say extremely happy. I am almost extremely.
I feel like this would be a good
happy,
game to play with
and I
like
must
I don't know
say,
actually, I'm not sure.
your eagerness
But like with
makes
some like
me
younger
sneeze puns is both
younger kids.
pathetic and extremely
Yeah, it's
problematic.
got young adult vibe.
Right. It
Yeah.
feels like a very like, all right, kids, what do I do next? Not like no shade. I actually like legitimately mean that. Like I have a bunch of little cousins and like nephews and nieces that I would love to play this with.
Yeah, there's always this problem with like things for kids
Right.
that where it's like I mean that's sort of the good thing about like Adventure Time and a lot of the, Penn Ward related adjacent products, I would say, is that like at the very least, you have a thing for kids that like adults can enjoy, and that's always
Yeah.
really hard to do.
Right.
I don't know if this gets like ultra mature or anything like that. I'm guessing not.
I'm so curious to see how the puzzles evolve moving forward though, because as of right now, they seem kind of like okay, hop here, go back.
This
Like,
seems
do this.
This seems like the kind of game, yeah, that would like you'd see like Cerny or one of the PlayStation guys. They'll be like, and now for our lineup. That's a bad one.
PlayStation VR exclusive.
I really want to know what the hell that From Software the deal is with that From Software PSVR game.
Oh
That
yeah,
everyone forgot about.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
E3 kind of sucked this year. It was
What do
not,
you mean? You don't like the Square Enix press conference?
that was really that they didn't have, and it was really confusing. Whatever, they're doing themselves. They're doing what they got to do.
Living their best life.
It was just a really confusing choice. It felt like that felt like a conference where they like had updates to Final Fantasy VII, but then like had to cancel it, and then they're like, oh, we still have a press
We
conference.
still got that room booked.
No, but From Software had like a great year
yeah.
because it was just like was it Sekiro? Shadows Die Twice.
That looks
and
cool,
That looks
man.
dope. I mean, I will follow them to hell.
Right.
But be also mercilessly critical.
Sure.
And then they had redo. Then they had to like almost after the PlayStation thing. They're like, oh yeah, they're also making a PSVR game, and then everyone's like, oh yeah, and we're also redoing Metal Wolf Chaos. We're re-releasing
Metal
Metal.
Wolf Chaos is weird.
Such a good game.
That's who's doing that again? That's
Devolver.
Devolver. Yeah. It's my son George.
And they like were weird a little bit with the like messaging. They kind of like made it like extra MAGA and stuff, but like it was, I don't know, like Metal Wolf Chaos is in the same category for me as like Metal Gear Solid Revengeance, where like it's kind of just like a comedy of fascism, particularly
Right.
near the end of Revengeance, like the last boss of Revengeance, where it's just like, I know a lot of people love Revengeance.
Which one's Revengeance again?
It's the one, the platinum one that like was the Raiden action game.
Oh,
and it's
right,
low-key
right,
my
right.
actual favorite Metal Gear game.
Hey, Heather
which-
wrote a book about it.
Heather wrote a whole book about it.
Yeah.
You can read it. But because it's just like the weird Bayonetta version of whatever happened in Kojima's brain,
Right, right.
or like somebody interpreting that, and I always really appreciate it because it feels purer to me in certain ways.
Sure.
But the last boss of it is, and this is like before the Trump election, was very like he literally says, "We'll make America great again."
No way.
And well, because they stole that from Reagan. Like Trump
yeah.
stole that
Oh,
from
that's
Reagan.
true,
Trump
that's true.
Trump like recycled a Reagan saying, and they did, and then Trump also stole it, and so it was just, but like you see,
One of
you
those
saw
things.
you saw a lot of like kind of fashy like 4chan posters being like, no, he's got some points, and it's just like, no, it's not the point of the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh shit.
do whatever you want. It's your own opinion, but wow, holy crap. And that's how I feel about like Metal Wolf Chaos, is that it's like accidentally.
Like
It's-
poignant.
It's kind of just like, it's kind of fashy, but it's kind of the joke.
Oh right.
Is that the president's in a goddamn mech? Okay, so what's up?
So now I'm trying to. So the only way to get into the mansion is for me to possess the body of his son. So he gave me the clue of saying, oh, his wife or whatever. So I thought it was a dude in the church who I used to paint the boat with.
I guess it was Metal Gear Rising : Revengeance. So I just call
Metal
it
Gear
Revengeance.
Rising. Yeah. So I need to find the dude that was in the church.
Get the church.
It's got to be here. So I
to
remember it
church.
being. Let's see.
I mean, yeah, you can screw around.
Yeah, we're figuring this out live on stream. So this was where he was before. He's obviously not here anymore. So let's try to look for his body through the outline, I guess. Maybe I left him by the dock.
It looks kind of like
walked right
yeah,
past him.
like children's book.
Here he is. This dude.
Not Stinky Cheese Man, but something like adjacent to it.
There, George. Yeah, he said, my son, George. And I got to use the boat. Oh, that's cool. Look at that.
Neat. I like this.
That music.
I like the music just sort of ended.
Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Here we go. So now we figured it out.
Is that you? What's the secret word? I say, Mother, it's murder. It's always been murder. Oh, dearie, you've such an imagination on you. Welcome home, sweetie.
There we go.
I mean, there's
Oh,
the dead
whoa, look at
body
that.
I keep in my freezer. God, I should really find a
Oh my god.
I was contemplating my next kill.
Oh.
Maybe this isn't friendly for children.
Yeah, you're right. So now I get it. Now I got to come back as the
As his mom?
cops. There's a cop, right? So I got to like not frame him, but reveal that he was the murderer of that one lady's ghost.
Yeah, I guess if you showed his mom, then she would just be disappointed in him, and it would be really kind of messed up.
Oh man, this game's dark.
Who would have thought a game about possessing
Yeah,
living
right.
people as the embodiment of death would be kind of a bummer?
So I need to find the. Oh, do I have to find the mom? Is that what I have to do? Let's
If there's a
bring
cop,
George to justice. Here we go.
I usually
There it
don't
is.
endorse. Actually, I guess I do endorse possessing police officers.
Yeah, do I have a gun? Can I shoot? What is that? What's in my hand?
What is in his pants?
It's my badge.
It's his badge.
Okay, I got it. Quick turnaround.
It's fine to possess a cop as long as you're revealing a murderer who has his tongue stuck to a corpse.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
That's
it goes.
not breaking the law.
Oh wait, do I have to bring the boat back with the lumberjack dude? I'm pretty sure I might have to.
I hope they just have it respawn.
Can I swim over there? Yeah, I have to. Can I call it? Yeah, no, I gotta go back.
Yeah, so you gotta get
Oh,
that.
that blows. I collected those things though, those like skulls to possess him.
I guess they maybe did that so that like, I don't know, the game doesn't glitch out. I don't know.
Okay, let me get the boat back.
Everyone get out of the way! I have no idea what I'm doing!
Yeah, cool
There
song.
you go. Okay, why? All right, where's this cop at? Come on, cop. Yeah, I am very curious to see how this plays in handheld mode. Okay, maybe I can just repossess him.
It'll
Okay,
probably
yeah.
play well. It's just I wonder if the text is readable.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll play a game on Switch docked, and I rarely ever play it handheld, and when I do, then it really hits me like, oh man. It's tough
I wonder
to
if there's
read.
a way to make the text larger in handheld mode.
See if you can like.
No.
No, you can't.
I don't know. It may be hard to read. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me. I might just like read it and be like, oh, okay, it's fine.
Yeah. There we go.
There you go.
Justice is on the way. I like how I don't have a warrant or anything either. I'm just gonna like walk up
Yeah,
in
this
there.
is super illegal. This guy was gonna get off.
I'm a police officer, so you shouldn't shoot me. You shouldn't shoot anyone, really, but we make the laws, so we made it extra bad to shoot
Damn,
us.
some little commentary there.
God, this game was developed in Europe. They just have a completely different attitude towards policing.
Stuck somewhere else. But if I promise not to take your guns, will you promise not to shoot me?
We have an accord. For now.
Just walk up in here.
Oh, bother. You are under
Freeze,
arrest
dog.
for the murder of Lady Elder Doe.
Yeah, due process here is like non-existent.
Yeah, how did you know he did it?
Will be used against you in a...
That's what I say.
It's like Denzel said, it's not what you know.
Oh,
It's what
see?
you can prove.
No, not new creep. Confident.
I guess he's an American cop.
Ow!
Oh, this is gonna get gross.
You're going away for a very, very long time.
Oh, I thought his tongue was gonna snap off.
Sorry you got murderized, lady. Oh, it's okay. Happens to the best of us, I'm afraid. And thanks to your help, finally my spirit can rest. You know, when I was alive, I was always afraid to see a goth out on the street.
Nice. So we
Showed me today that under all
thankfully
that
let some
scary
souls
backgrounding,
rest peacefully after avenging their murderers. Bring them to justice.
Yeah.
Moving a tree out of a forest so a bear can just chill peacefully.
See, she is a goth GF.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. Thanks again, dearie.
See? Just accept that you're a goth.
Just deal with it.
Yeah, no, we showed a little bit of the game.
Yeah, yeah. So
And-
again, the game is called Flipping Death.
Flippin' death.
It comes out today. It's on it's like pretty much on everything. It's on PC, Mac, Switch, PS4, Xbox One.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm curious to see how the game progresses moving forward. But that was just a little bit of a look at the game so far. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. We really, really appreciate it.
And we'll be doing more of this Friday.
Oh yeah, Friday I'm coming back with We Happy Few.
We're gonna play the full version of We Happy Few.
Heck yeah. So join us on Friday and come talk to us. So we'll see you then.
We're very lonely.
Peace, y'all.
See ya.
With a new job, Penny had landed on her